I'm Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, here to breathe with you through the storms of recovery. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and then a little sip at the top. Exhale. We can do one more of those. Deep breath in through the nose. Sip at the top. Then exhale. Allow the sensations of unconscious mind to be with you, to pass through you, the way a storm passes through a sky. But don't follow them. Do not follow the fear. Do not let the fear of those sensations, which is normal and natural in the beginning, dictate how you're going to live your life. So in my own journey, I had very intense chronic pain sensations, and I followed that fear. I followed the fear to the doctor, to the chiropractor, to strange treatments, which made it worse and worse and worse. I followed the fear into inactivity. I followed the fear into disconnection, into isolation. I followed the fear into despair, into depression. I followed that fear. So if you allow the sensations to go along with you, and you acknowledge them, you say hi to them, say, hey, my little sensations, it's cool if you're here. We're going to have this little bit of a journey together, this little season of life. And that season can go on as long as the fear goes on. So the season only lasts as long as the fear lasts, maybe a little bit beyond that as the cycle unwinds. So that's the message. Allow those sensations, but don't follow them. You could also say, I hear you. You can listen to the sensations, but you don't allow them to tell you what to do. So you acknowledge them, you say, okay, thanks for your message, because the message is always survival. Okay, even when it doesn't seem like it, because it's so uncomfortable. Mind is wanting to get you to survive. And it's a glitch because sometimes it wants you to survive something that happened 20 years ago when you were 3 and you have no memory of it. Sometimes it wants you to survive something that really isn't a threat, but it's something that you've worried about enough to the point where there's no way you couldn't survive. You're going to survive, but there's some worry about it. Maybe it's a job issue. Maybe it's something to do with another health issue that's a realistic health issue, that's a medical issue, and the fear is there. So allow the sensations. Allow them to be there. But when it comes to the fear, that's a separate entity. Those sensations are coming from a place of fear to warn you, to prepare you, to make you stronger for a perceived challenge, a perceived threat to your survival. And when you don't follow that fear, it sends a very clear message to unconscious mind that you're actually all right. When you decide, let's say you have some sensations in your arm, you've got some intense sensations in your arm and your shoulder, let's say in your shoulder, and you decide that I'm not going to do a workout, or I'm not going to clean out my closet because I have to reach up and I feel the sensation, the pain there. You're sending a message that using that arm is dangerous. There's a fear to use that arm, and that's going to make more pain. It's going to reinforce that loop, and it can build to unimaginable levels that I experienced. So the retreating is the opposite of allowing. The retreating from the sensation into the fear that's the main place where we make great progress. When I work with a client, I'm not working to end the sensations. I'm not trying to fix them. I'm not trying to stop them. I'm not trying to knock them out with some kind of an aggressive intervention. What I'm doing is I'm moving into unconscious mind and giving unconscious mind the message that it's okay to let go of that fear, to let that fear fade. Because I know from personal experience and from working with a lot of people and from also hearing a lot of stories, talking to a lot of brothers and sisters on the journey, I know that once that fear goes down and fades, then the sensations are going to fade. There's no other way. It's just the way things work. When the sunlight hits the leaves, the energy is generated in the tree and the tree grows. It's basic neurological or neuroplastic patterning. It's like physics or something. And so that's my message today. Allow the sensations to go along with you, but you're not going to follow them. Drop me a comment about how you're doing this today and yesterday and last month and whatever. And please subscribe to my channel. Help a wolf out here to spread my message to the millions of people who are suffering unnecessarily and can move forward. There are people even with real medical conditions that can move forward by shifting their mindset into a place with less fear, because that's going to calm things down and allow for a recovery from something like a cancer or a broken bone or some type of actual physical trauma. The science is very clear that the less fear we bring to a recovery, to a healing, to a changing of habits, the more joy we bring, the better. The better the outcomes, the better the progress. So if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, head over to healingwolfcoaching.com and click the book consult link. And it'll take you to a scheduling page where we can meet just like this, face to face, and you can tell me what's been happening and what's been working and what hasn't. And I'm going to formulate in my unconscious mind and my conscious mind a way to connect and shift things for you. So there's also a mailing list I have on my website. If you sign up for that, then you get an immediate email. They send out an email and it arrives in your box, and there's a link you can click and get a download of my most powerful somatic meditation, where you're actually engaging with and interacting with and allowing those sensations in a very present space, almost like you and the sensations are facing off and you're meditating together in the mountains. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Get some light in your eyes. Get outside. Get some tree breath in your lungs. Doesn't that sound awkward? Get some beautiful breath from our brothers, the trees, deep in your lungs, and let nature work on healing you as well. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.